Find my phone now, Batman, or I'll carve this man's existence into my flesh.
You made it. I think I will continue my story. I feel the need to talk, to confess maybe. I was rich and alone, but not for long, of course. I took to gambling, or maybe it took to me. If only I had been good at it. I may not be where I am today. As my life spiraled out of control, I desperately formed a plan. A plan to win back my parents' money and be happy again. It didn't work, of course. Plans like that never do. But as I stood outside the Iceberg Lounge on that hot summer night, I remember feeling something. Hope, maybe.
Please hold for Mr. Zsasz. I'm sorry, he's not available right now. You need to find the phone.
The Iceberg Lounge was crawling with the disgusting flesh of humanity. You could find anything there. If you had the money, of course. At the beginning, I seemed to be winning. The cards all went my way, and I found myself at the owner's table. For some reason, I thought I would win, that he would play fair. I looked around the table. I saw the people I was against. Card sharks, thugs, princes, and the disgusting midget who ran the place. One by one, they all lost or folded. The chips were piling up, and it was just him and me.
Find out. All this is for a crazy TV show. I'm gonna find the person that stuck me in this freezer and kill him.
Ring, ring, ring. Find my phone, Batman.
They called him the Penguin, even back then. He had both eyes, of course. That little accident hadn't happened yet. And both of them were looking at me when I put down my cards. 6 of clubs. 6 of diamonds. He looked scared. He leaned forward, and I could smell the cigar stench on his breath. The 6 of spades, and finally, the 6 of hearts. I felt good. And then he started laughing. He belched out smoke, and he put his cards down on the table. Card by card, my heart sank. A 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a damn 7! Straight flush ended me there. I was lost and thrown out into the city to die, penniless.
My flesh is begging you to fail, Batman. Will you? Ring, ring.
Imagine what it was like, Batman? I was numb. I'd lost everything, and I was alone, crying like a baby staggering through the streets of the city, until I found the answer that I had been looking for. I stood there on the Sprang Bridge, looking out at the sea. I felt the warm breeze on my skin, and it felt right. I looked down and imagined myself falling into the blissful arms of my mother. And then he appeared. He held out the knife and demanded my money. My money! Can you believe it? I looked into his cold, desperate eyes, and I saw something familiar. Something inevitable. I saw oblivion. I saw that we are all the same, stuck on a miserable loop that demands salvation. So I gave it to him.
What's the bat doing here?
I'm waiting for you at the church, Darkseid. Waiting to prove that I am better than you. So let's see if you dare.
Oh no! Where have they gone? Could it be that while you were out doing what you do, I, the Riddler, snuck in and took all those poor, stupid fools?
Where have you taken them?
Questions, questions, Dark Knight. It's not you who needs answers here, it's me. You answer my riddles and I tell you where they are. You answer my riddles and they don't die. So, shall we begin? I'm an instrument whose music always comes from the heart. What am I? Well done! See, you can do it! Solve enough of my carefully constructed conundrums, and I'll tell you where the rest of my hostages are. The first is in the courtroom. I suggest you hurry. He may have been sentenced already. Don't get too comfortable, Dark Knight. All through Arkham City, deep undercover, are people working to ensure that I am informed of what the other so-called super criminals are planning. Right now, one of them is arranging a little welcoming committee for you outside.
See, I told you, Batman's here!
I don't get it. How'd you know?
That's not important! Kill him!
No problem.
This'll be easy, Bat. What's wrong? You too scared to fight?
I know you work for Riddler.
Please, don't hurt me! I'll tell you what you want to know!
It's been a pleasure.
On keeping warm.
Still don't get it. Why is this guy here?
I told you, Two-Face wants us to look after him. Stop Batman from getting...
You spoke to Two-Face? Where is he?
That doesn't matter. All you need to know is he wants this chump looked after.
What did he do?
Who knows?
The boss knows. He'd have told you.
Well, he didn't. Look, there's no conspiracy. We're a team, right? We work together, and we do what we're told. I guess.
We'll make sure this hurts you, bat-free.
Tell me everything about the Riddler.
Just do what he says! I'll tell you everything!
Thank you.
Over here, Batman! Help me! I didn't want to do it, but he made me. He had my friend. He stuck a knife in his leg. It means it's all my fault, but he was gonna kill him.
Where is he?
He's insane. He told me to get everyone out of the church. He said they'd all die if I didn't. I was scared. He kept blaming you.
You're safe now.
He told me to tell you something. He was very, very specific. It's just some numbers. 275325. I have no idea what they mean.
They sound like a radio frequency.
I suppose I should fulfill my side of the agreement. A riddle for a bat. Can you solve it?
Did you figure out what the numbers mean?
Yes, it's just one of Riddler's games. He gave you something, right?
Yeah, it's just a box. I don't know what it does.
I'll figure it out. You should head back to the church. You'll be safer there.
If you know me, you'll want to share me. But if you share me, I'll be gone. What am I? Wrong, I'm afraid, Dark Knight. I suppose it was your first attempt. I shouldn't really be surprised, should I? Continue to prove your stupidity at your own pace. For now. Well done, Dark Knight. You did it! Like a child learning to walk for the first time, I feel I should reward this miracle and give you the location of the poor, soon-to-be-dead doctor who is desperately crying out for help.
Riddler's loose in Arkham City. He's taken the guards from the church hostage.
As I recall, he's been incarcerated since you led the police to his location from Arkham Island. What does he want?
Revenge. He's leaving me radio frequencies, and he gave me a device to decode his riddles. They lead to map references within Arkham City. I'll let you know how I get on.
Now he's all over Arkham City.
Batman!
So you decided to finally show up, did you?
Let them go, Riddler. They're innocent.
Don't be stupid, Dark Knight. They wouldn't find themselves in the predicament they are currently in if they had tried to think just a few steps ahead now, would they? Now, solve the room ahead and 4 other equally challenging ones, you save them. If you don't, then they die. And we'll see if society crumbles at their passing.
You're insane.
No, that would imply either mental illness or derangement. I suffer from neither. Oh, and yes, I can see you, Batman, and I look forward to watching you live. Well done, Dark Knight. You figured out how to open a door.
Hey, Batman! You've got to help me!
Oh, very good, Batman. I see you have begun to understand this room. Bathe in the glory of your primitive conquest. It will be your last.
Please, help!
Does your head hurt, Batman? Understandable. You are no match for me. I hope you don't think that all of my puzzles will be that simple.
Over here! Get me off this thing! Help me! Get me off this thing!
Don't feel too pleased with yourself, Dark Knight. That
Hang
room was
on.
one of the easy ones.
$625,925. 625,925. That's what he told me to tell you. I don't know what it means, but he said he'd kill the others if I didn't tell you exactly what he said. Why doesn't he just tell you what he wants?
Because he's insane.
You don't say.
Riddle me this. The more there is, the less you see. What could I be? So you actually completed enough of my challenges. Was it hard? I hope so. Because it is time for a reward. And what's more rewarding than a riddle? Amazing! You actually solved my riddle. I suppose a reward is due. I'm running a little game of chance that you may be interested in playing. Here's your invitation.
it's time for my latest game.
Help me!
All you need to do is keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes open, Dark Knight. Take your pick, Batman. Shall we see if you were right? What? No. How did you do that?
Batman, over here! Get me out of this thing!
You're safe now, Officer North.
Thank you. I thought I was gonna die back there.
Riddler gave you a code, right?
Yeah, it's 860120. He said something about it helping you.
It will. Stay here.
Riddle me this. I have a head, a tail, but never any legs. Do you know what I am?
There's no way you could have solved that one, Batman.
Well done, Dark Knight. Well done. You have completed enough of my challenges, so now all you have to do is solve my riddle and save the day. Can you do it? Riddle me this. I have a head, a tail, but never any legs. Do you know what I am? Well, not so easy now, is it? I think it's time to introduce a little penalty to help you comprehend your ignorance. What shall it be? Oh, yes. I've frozen you out, Dark Knight. Frustrating, isn't it? Take some time to wrap your feeble mind around where you went wrong and try again.
Even I could. You must have cheated. Consider this a warning. From here on in, it gets harder.
Remember the code. It's 860120.
Oh, please. I could have answered that one when I was 6 years old. Oh, please. I could have answered that one when I was 6 years old.
Thanks for the help back there.
Seriously? Do you need me to tell you what to do? Well, I will. In 30 seconds. Solved? It seems I underestimated your abilities. But before you start to feel superior, you should try and rescue my next hostage. Bring a towel.